Yo, it's another episode of Drinks with Jinx, the podcast where we chill, conversate, and drink. Got a special guest in the house today. You might have seen him on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Running his own podcast. You know what I'm saying? The Holding Court podcast. And this is the host, Big Court.
What's cracking with you?
What's up with it, big dog? How you doing, homie?
Hey, I'm glad to finally get here, bro.
You pulled up on swole. Nigga looking like a G.I. Joe. Like
all the way to the LBC, bro. All the way to the LBC, man.
That's right. How you doing, though, big dog?
Man, I'm good, bro.
Man, we've been chopping up for about good 40 minutes before we even got on camera.
Real shit. But you know what? Before we even start, bro, I got to tell you, man, I'm a fan of your platform, bro.
Thank you.
Real talk, and I say that, you know what I'm saying, with some real shit. Keep doing what you're doing. Great energy, great platform.
Thank you, bro.
You know, I couldn't wait to get to this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Man, I appreciate that, man.
Shit.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird, bro, because I've been following you on YouTube for about a year now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe less, maybe like 9-10 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I just said, man, let me reach out to you.
Yeah.
After all this time.
Right.
Man,
right.
you hit me back, man.
Yeah.
Jinx, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I was like,
let's
what?
do it. I was already a fan, bro.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and you know what, big
Yeah.
dog? That's the beauty about being a podcast content creator.
Yep.
You don't know who's watching.
Real talk. You meet some cool ass people, some real people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like even with me, that's the same thing. Like shout out to the homie Big Jai.
Okay.
Like even when he came to the show,
Right.
it was the same thing. Like I had been binge watching his content, and I became a fan.
Mm.
And after Clear Blue, he watched my X-Rated interview, and he reached out to me. You know, like, bruh, I love what you're doing. I love this X-rated shit. And he didn't even know I was a fan.
Damn.
I'm like, bruh, I've been watching your shit. Like, let's do something. And so
Just
that's
like
how
that.
That's how it happened, bro.
See, that's weird though,
Yeah.
man, because it's like, you know, you see comments, you're like, okay,
Right.
well, this person watched it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know who they are.
Right.
You might get the DM or something.
Yep.
Okay, cool. But when you start getting all these crazy numbers,
Yeah.
sometimes it could be a person that watched it 10, 20 times.
Man, listen, I'm going to tell you how powerful this podcasting is, and even just the platform of YouTube, social media.
Right.
Man, I travel all the time, and I don't realize sometimes, and I ain't going to make it seem like I'm just, you know what I mean?
Right.
On some Gilly and Wallow numbers.
I feel you.
But, man, I travel all the time, bro, and people come up to me and be like, bro, I mess with your show. I like what you do. And that's the fulfilling shit for me, to be honest with
Right.
you. When a person come up to me that don't know me and they say, man, I love how you represent the culture. You know what I mean? I love this interview. Man, that's what I do it for.
So how does that make you feel though when you have somebody that you know that never met you, never
Right.
seen them, and they approach you, say, "Hey man, I just want to take time out to thank you. I mess with your shit. I like watching your podcast and all that." How does that make you feel? I know you said that it's like fulfilling, but how you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, to me, I'm humbled.
Right.
I'm flattered. But at the same time, you know, it gives you confirmation that you're doing something. You know what I mean? That you're resonating.
Right.
Because, you know, you obviously are doing something because they were, you know, compelled to say something to you and go out their way to come up to you.
That
because
part.
motherfuckers could just see you and just be like, oh, that's that one nigga. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And they don't even care. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the fact that it resonates, it's just confirmation that you're doing something, you know. And that's what I think. I think because it's real, bro, and because I truly, you know, like what I'm doing, and I think just the authenticity, it resonates. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what it's about. I think when it's from the heart,
yeah,
and you could be yourself,
for sure.
you know, and you can show that funny, goofy side,
Yeah,
the charismatic side, the serious side, right? When,
Right.
you know, depending on the conversation and the scenario, people can smell it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They know when it's organic and authentic.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And even with my show, like when I created the Holding Court podcast, like I was like, I want to create something that's, you know, like I say, it's black excellence and nigga shit all in one. You know what I'm saying?
Now, let me cut you off for a second.
Yeah.
What intrigued you to even want to start a podcast in the first place?
I tell you, bro. So really, that's a twofold question. During the quarantine is when I was forced to sit still. And I'm watching Gangster Chronicles, I'm watching Vlad, I'm watching, you know, all these platforms. And I'm like, damn, I think I have something to offer in this. But I didn't realize the seed had been planted before that. So about 5 years ago, I had did a show called Doing the Most with me and Master P.
Okay.
Right, on Playboy Radio.
Right.
And so that was my introduction to that space. And so it was Jay Tweezy. Jay Tweezy was a part of the show. Shout out to Jay Tweezy. He had pulled me to the side and was like, Court, you kind of good at this. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. So I end up having a show for a stint over at Dash TV.
Okay.
Right? On Cahuenga.
Right.
And so this was several years ago. So that I kind of had already flirted with it, you know what I mean? But during the quarantine, I was like, damn, I think I got something to offer in this. So that's when me and my partner Ken, shout out to Ken Shea, he's a producer. He produced Real Housewives of Orange County.
Okay.
Yep. That's the one he did. And
I guessed it. I was right.
Yeah. He's done a lot of shit, right? But that's my partner for like 20 years. So
nice.
I knew that he understood he could execute with the technical part of it, with the cameras and all of that.
Right.
And so me and him had always talked about, because it's kind of like it's music based, because we would always just talk about hip hop, talk about rap. That's how it started, right? But it evolved to some other shit, you know. And so it was Master P. That was like, Court. He was like, bruh, to me, you kind of like the, hip hop Oprah. You know what I mean? So.
Because you do music yourself too.
Well, I come from music.
You come from music.
I come from music, right? So
I've seen some of your music videos and heard your tracks.
So we have all of that, bruh. That's what I love about it, is that, I can have somebody, like a Chico Brown, for instance. Chico Brown from Compton, right? He was Freeway Ricky Ross's co-defendant. A lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know that.
The dope that Ricky Ross got jammed up with was the dope that Chico Brown was buying. Rick Ross was a middleman in that, right? So when they got jammed up with Blandone, so Chico from Compton, he from Corner Pocket, that's my homeboy.
Right.
So I could have somebody like him come on, and we literally talking dope prices, talking all of that shit, from the 80s, and we all been through the game, right? But now to highlight our evolution. So now he works in Compton, he employs Pyrus and Crips. They rehab houses. He does a lot of stuff for the community now. But being able to do that and then have somebody like a Crip Mac, have somebody like a Michael Jai White, have somebody like a Jay Prince or Ice-T been on my show. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
for
sure.
So that shit, I just enjoy.
Diversity.
I enjoy diversity.
Yeah.
I enjoy highlighting the journey. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
it's all about the journey.
It is.
People pull inspiration from that. You know what I'm saying? People, when they can be transparent about their highs and their lows and how they got to where they are.
That's what it's about. Like you said, it's the journey. It's not the finish line. Fuck a finish line.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You just got to keep going hard every day.
Yeah.
And during the journey, you know what I'm saying, on that road, sometimes you're going to hit speed bumps.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
That's inevitable.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to yell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to slow down. Hold on, Swole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Slow down some. Okay. So, and sometimes it could just be all gas, no brakes.
For sure.
It just depends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to be fluid, bro. This life shit.
You
man,
do.
None of us are immune to the trials and tribulations of life, bro.
No one is.
Life, I always say, bro, life will, to all of us, to a certain degree, will stick its long arm to the elbow up your ass and wave you around like a puppet.
Yeah.
This life will fuck you over.
And break you down.
But
and build you back up.
But that's where winning is done, when you can take them punches from life and keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I be trying to give people, is that inspiration, because life be hard. A lot of times, you find that, like, because especially you have a vibrant personality.
Thank you, man.
And people tend to think, that because they see you smiling and energetic, that life don't life you. You know what I'm saying?
Life don't life.
Like life don't life for you. Like you don't have real problems and real shit.
I got stories.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Everything ain't peaches and cream.
But guess what?
And things ain't always what it seems.
But guess
what?
what? You get on this platform and you make a motherfucker smile.
I do.
You make them think. You deposit something.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you a story talking about that, man. I've got a couple DMs before from people that was going through a lot of deep personal shit at the time. And they told me, they said, Jinx, you know what? You've helped me come out of my depression.
Oh, that's dope.
That shit made me almost want to tear up, bro. Because I've been through depression.
That's right.
Now, looking at me, you wouldn't even sense or even think that. But it happens to the best of us, right?
In depression, old friends.
Oh,
bro.
that part, right?
We go back.
Hello.
Yeah.
So when old boy was like, yeah, Jinx, man, you know, man, I go home and, you know what I'm saying? I smoke a blunt, drink to your shit, and I feel like I'm actually on the podcast. That's deep.
Man, listen, that is deep.
You know what I'm saying?
That is deep. And I've had those same things, but even furthermore, like I had Mob James come on. Right. You know, Mob James, he shed real tears on my podcast.
Right.
It was like therapy, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that I could make him feel so comfortable and he could be transparent, you know what I mean? Now, regardless of what the internet says in the street shit. At the end of the day, we all still human.
And
you know
we're
what
men.
I mean? Right. And
Right.
we're men.
Right.
And even with being Watch Homie Quan came on and we shared a moment. Hell, I started crying. I didn't even
Man.
realize it, right? I didn't, because he was talking about his well, he got to talking about a homie that passed away that
Okay.
he did the Lil Bop. You know,
Okay.
rest in peace to Lil Bop. And he was talking about how he passed away, but then it went into him talking about his dad passing away when he was a teenager.
See,
right?
that hits home.
So then he started tearing. My mother passed away in 2010. So out of nowhere, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn,
You feel
my
it.
bad. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you feel
But it was a
that.
real moment. And so I think that normalizing, you know what I mean, just us in the culture as black men,
As
as
black
niggas,
men,
as
right.
whatever you want to say.
Let me ask you,
Yeah.
Big Court, talking about that, do you think us more, you know, as the culture, as men, period, doesn't matter what ethnicity, but just as men, period, need to be a little more translucent
Yeah. Definitely.
and transparent?
Yes.
You see what I'm
definitely.
saying?
Hell yeah.
I think a lot of us, we try to have like this alpha male
For sure.
type of
Yes.
personality when you
Yes.
know, damn, you ain't no outright.
Yeah.
But it's like,
yeah.
it seems like a lot of men is always trying to compete with another man and try to bully them or kind of
Yeah.
stern, you know, try to
Yeah.
put them down like, no, they're a king and this and
Yeah.
that and all that
Yeah.
bullshit. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I was talking to my pops about 3 nights ago. He said, hey, you know what, Sonny? He said, I want you to type in on YouTube right now. This was random, man. Now, me and Pops been on the phone about 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, you not tired, are you? I said, no, I'm up. I'm good. You know,
Yeah.
nigga, it's about midnight, but the nigga on, right?
Yeah.
He said, hey, go to YouTube. He said, do you know the boxer Chris Eubanks? I said, no, I don't. Never heard of him. He said, go to Chris Eubanks YouTube called I Am King. Nigga, that was one of the most inspirational interviews. The things that was coming out this guy's mouth was, I mean, phenomenal to a whole nother vibration, to a whole nother level. You got to check that out, man.
Okay, I will.
He's one
I
of the
will.
best boxers in the world. And I never even knew this dude, man.
Really?
Man, this guy came from
What's his name again?
Chris Eubanks.
Yeah, I never heard of him.
Born in
Heavyweight?
Jamaica. I forgot what weight class.
Okay.
But he's under Tyson Ali, and he's fucking right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But his story was very intriguing to me. The things that was coming out of his mouth, the way that we should carry ourselves as men.
Right.
You know, we got to be warriors.
Yep.
You know, there's too much. No offense to the softies out there, but there's too many pussies out here, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I feel
Meaning
like
betas.
right, and you know, you have to be a man. You got to be an assassin. You got to be a warrior. You got to be. If you're a father, you got to be a father, dude.
Yeah,
You know, if
yeah.
you're gonna be a husband, you got to be a husband. You got to be the greatest husband that you can be. Whatever you do in life,
Yeah.
you got to be the fucking absolute best. So when I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna do a podcast, I said I'm gonna be the best, and that wasn't to compete with nobody, because sometimes to be the best competitor is to not compete
Right.
against another
Right.
person.
Right.
You're competing with
With
yourself.
With yourself.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? I don't like how that episode was. Well, nigga,
Right.
I gotta do better. I gotta step it up the next episode.
That's right.
And you just keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure every day when you wake up, you put your left foot before your right foot and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up with 2 things every day: a chance and a choice. Hello.
Yeah. You already know.
Come on, man. Come on,
Church,
man.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
so I've been around the rosy a few times, man. I'm young, but I ain't that young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How old are you?
37, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
You still a
37.
youngin', bro.
I'm still, yeah.
You still a youngin',
Yeah, I'm trying to stay young.
Think about it. Damn, you 37. My daughter's 30.
Wow.
Yeah. My
Damn.
daughter is 30. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
You look like you in your 30s,
I
though,
know.
man.
Hey, black don't crack
That
unless,
part.
unless you smoke crack.
Yeah, that
goddamn.
part. That part. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but no, to your point though, I mean, no, you're right, bro. And I think that, you know, it's balance. You know, that's what life has taught me is balance, bro. Because, you know, that's why, especially us as black people, we're predisposed to, you know, heart attack and stroke because we don't know how to, you know, modulate our feelings and we don't know how to open up because we always feel like, think about it, especially coming from the hood. We're trained not to, you know, show emotion, not to show fear, to suppress shit, suppress trauma. The shit that we deal with in the hood, that shit ain't normal. You know what I
That
mean?
becomes a mental.
Hell yeah. You know, think
issue.
about it. I started burying friends at 13 years old. The first
Wow.
friend that I lost was shot. accidentally in front of me, but to watch that at 13
Right.
years old. And then get to the point to where you're desensitized. I'm desensitized to death. I'm desensitized to
Man.
violence and all of that, right?
You
That
start
shit
to
ain't
get
normal.
like immune to it,
Yeah,
which
hell
ain't
yeah.
good.
Right,
But
right.
as a youngster, you get immune to the shit.
But what happens is, as you get older,
Mhm.
that type of mentality and that type of programming, it bleeds to other areas of your life. So now,
Break that
yeah,
down.
meaning,
Break that
okay,
down.
so
Break that
now,
down.
so for instance, right,
Mm-hmm.
you're suppressing, if your feelings are hurt,
Right.
right? Because if your feelings are hurt, you're trained to respond with force. You know what I'm saying? With
Okay.
ego,
Okay.
right?
Right.
So now, really, it's my feelings are hurt, and so now my conflict resolution is out the window because now, really, I'm in my feelings. So instead of coming to you saying, you know what, my brother, what you said kind of offended me. Can you clarify what you said or whatever the case may be? No. Now, you think I'm a whole ass nigga?
You on some nigga shit
nigga,
now,
I'm gonna show
right.
you what time it is.
Right.
So now I want to step on you. So now if I do come to you, I'm coming to you with bitch ass nigga. So what I think I'm gonna get back?
Right.
What I think? How you gonna
get
respond?
What you just put out.
Exactly.
Right.
So now we have a bigger problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, especially coming from the environment, but then even now it can bleed over to relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Speak
so now
on it.
you
Speak on it.
with your woman
Okay.
instead of saying, hey, listen, dealing in grace, mercy, and love.
Right.
Hey, baby, I don't like when you do this. I don't like when you do that. Nigga don't want to feel soft.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So now, bitch, whoop, you got me fucked up, or you just gonna go? You ain't gonna try to solve it, or you don't want her to know that your feelings are hurt or that your ego been bruised. You know what I'm saying?
Well, again, that's the whole transparent thing.
Yeah.
Communication.
But
And that-
effective communication.
Exactly. And see, that's the problem with a lot of men too.
Though. Right.
They don't want to open up.
No, and that's what I'm saying. So we're taught, we don't open up because we're
Right.
taught to suppress. We're taught
Right.
to always be stoic.
Right.
You know
and
what I
see,
mean?
that's not good because you can end up having anger issues.
Hell yeah.
And there's two type of angers.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
explosive and implosive.
Right.
Explosive is when a motherfucker piss you up.
Yep,
You know what I'm saying? You just want to
You gonna
tear
crash
shit
out.
up,
You
right?
gonna crash out.
The implosive is where you just hold
You
it in,
self-destruct.
hold it in,
You
hold it in,
self-destruct.
hold it in.
Cholesterol
right,
through the roof.
Oh man, high
your
blood
pressure.
right?
You know what I'm
Hell,
saying?
what?
You know what I mean?
Come
Like
on,
you
man.
killing yourself.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Instead of working through that shit
Right.
and trying to figure it out. So, these are some of the things that I try to share, just even in real life, on my platform, in real life. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Just try to give the knowledge and the wisdom. Because I done made every mistake known to man. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like, that's how you get the wisdom, bro. I tell them, like, success and even just trying to become a decent human being is a circuitous path. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you bump your head. I done made every mistake financially, professionally, personally. God damn it.
Man.
I done made it an art of failing. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I've made it an art.
But without failing,
Yes.
being able to
That's
be
why I
successful
win.
and succeed won't
That's
happen.
why I win.
So you
Yeah.
got to fail.
You gotta
Michael
fail.
Jordan failed many times.
You have to welcome failure, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you get to, like, this life shit is all about perspective. It's all about how you look at shit. That's it. We all got to deal with the same shit. It's just how you choose to process it, which is then going to, in turn, dictate how your actions following it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
you may see a problem and I may see an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And then I see
deep.
the L's and the bumps as lessons. I welcome failure at this point. When I started the podcast, right,
Mhm.
I had never uploaded a fucking video to YouTube in my life. I didn't know how
Wow.
to upload a fucking YouTube video, my nigga. I'd never done it, right? I didn't
Wow.
know I don't know none of that technical shit,
Right,
bro.
right.
You know?
right.
And so I knew I was going to fail. Like, I
right.
said, okay, well, let's get started. I know I'm going to do a lot of this shit wrong. But a year and a half later, shit,
And now you on.
Yeah,
That's
you know
it.
what I mean? So it's like, and guess what? I'm going to make some more motherfucking mistakes. Just some new ones. Just some new ones.
It's a learning process.
It's a learning process.
It's a learning
life,
process.
period.
Yeah. No.
Even
100%.
relationships, all of that. You know what I mean?
Right. And when it comes to relationship, temptation can be a bitch too.
It can. Like for me,
Depending on
I've been with the same woman since I was 15.
Oh, that's
You know
a
what I
blessing,
mean?
man.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
man.
thank you.
Hell yeah.
And I think it happens different for different people. I think I was lucky because, like, not to sound like arrogant or nothing like that,
right.
but I didn't have to like grow into my looks or get some money to have the adoration of women.
Right.
I kind of always had to the affinity of girls, even
Okay.
as a little kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that became, I was used to it.
Mm.
You know, not to sound no type of way,
No,
because
no,
I'm
no,
always
no.
very gracious of whatever compliment a woman gives me.
100%.
But you know, that's just my walk. You know what
There
I'm
we
saying?
go.
But I give a lot of relationship advice, and not saying that I've done it perfectly, because nobody's perfect, right?
Nobody.
You know
right.
what I mean? But you know,
I wouldn't even want to be perfect
nah,
because I feel like if I was perfect, it would come with too much responsibility.
yeah.
You see
Yeah.
what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
If a motherfucker was perfect,
Right.
we got to look at the man upstairs now.
Exactly.
He's perfect.
Exactly.
You don't think he has a responsibility? It's a lot. You
Yeah.
think any man like us could do it? Hell nah.
Nah, man.
I couldn't be perfect, dude.
Nah. I mean, think about it. If you talk about somebody trying to be perfect, look at Barack Obama.
Oh man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had to be quote unquote perfect.
Right.
But you see how great that man is?
Oh,
Like-
Good dude.
yeah,
Good
great
dude.
dude. I think the
100%.
only flaw on him is he smokes cigarettes. If you want to look at that,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Barack
he
smokes
square-
cigarettes?
He smokes squares.
What?
Yeah,
That
I think he
bull
might
catcher
even
sticks,
that nigga
son?
might even smoke Newports, bro.
Nah, that's that bullshit.
Yeah.
Man, smoke a blunt, nigga.
And I heard he kind of got a potty mouth, but other
Yeah.
than that, he had to be perfect.
That's
You know, seemingly perfect.
Right.
I wouldn't want to have to do that.
Right.
I couldn't walk that line. I'd have been fucked up.
Man,
I'd have been said the wrong thing.
talking about that, I know you said you made many many mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was doing some research on you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I believe you was about between 13 and 15 years old.
Yes, sir.
You ran a motherfucking car through a jewelry store? Is that
No,
correct?
gun store.
A gun store.
Yeah, gun store.
What the fuck were you thinking?
So obviously, I
what
wasn't
even
thinking.
intrigued you? Who was you hanging around, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like that thought, how does that thought even come to your mind? Like gravitate to you to even
Yeah.
do some shit
Yeah.
like, cause nigga, when I was 13, 14, I was, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
wasn't, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I did my thing,
Yeah.
of course, off top,
Yeah.
but I never thought of doing that
Yeah.
though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what, bro? I was always a go big or go home type dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So fuck, if we crashing out, we gonna crash.
Right.
You know
Go
what
out
I
with a
mean?
bang.
So no, I mean, you know, it's like you know, in that environment, you know, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, bro. And
Shout
I
out
come,
Kansas City, Missouri.
I'm from a neighborhood called the 4 Block 64130, and you know what happens is, you know, we're kids, we're in the hood, and you know, I grew up in the crack era, so
Okay.
now you have the emergence of gangs, you
Mhm.
know, that came to migrated to Kansas City, and Crips, you know, they kind of colonized my neighborhood. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so we had Crips and Bloods
In your neighborhood.
in my
growing up.
neighborhood,
Okay.
yeah, but my neighborhood was primarily a Crip neighborhood.
Okay. Now the gang bang shit was crazy at that time. So the
Yeah.
Crips didn't get along with the Bloods at that time,
At
right?
that time,
It was really
at that time, yeah, at
Right.
that time it was very raw, yeah.
now. This is what we're speaking about 80s, 90s, right?
Yeah, this is well, when that happened, it was early 90s, 90.
Oh yeah, it was.
So you're talking
cracking.
about 90,
Oh,
91. It was on and cracking. It was on and cracking. Super active.
on site. Hell yeah.
Because what you had, you know, y'all LA niggas came to the city, so they came hustling.
Right.
So whoever in the city was copping they dope from whoever, that's who they aligned themselves with. So we had some brims come, they was in the 50s,
okay.
and we had some trees and some Pyrus in the 50s. But where I'm from, in the 40s and the 30s, you had 60s, you had East Coast, you had these different
that was
sets.
that was from
That was
here
from
going
here
out there?
going out there with the work.
Wow.
Yeah. So the
Damn.
niggas that was hustling, whoever they cop from, that's kind of who they was getting their understanding from.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And the
you know,
game slang
and
go from-
everybody is intrigued by LA.
Yeah.
And then you had colors and all of that, right?
100%.
So with that being said, the neighborhood now becomes hostile. You know,
Okay.
now you got gang bangs, niggas a little bit older than me, and niggas getting jacked for starter coats and Jordans and shit like that. So naturally, you know, this is where a lot of niggas won't be honest. You know, a lot of times you become reactive. So now, because you're fearful.
Okay.
See, at the end of the day, we're scared. We don't want to be victimized, right? So what happens is now you want to protect yourself because now you see that, oh, they killed this nigga. They took this nigga starter coat. Oh, they packed this nigga out, right?
Wow.
So you like, oh, that ain't gonna happen to me. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be victimized. So now you tool up, right? So now when you tool up and now you do a couple little things and now you see the acceptance that comes with that, the power that comes with that. So now you inevitably kind of start perpetuating the same shit you was fearful of. Now you become the nigga walking around with a gun with the attitude and the energy of, yeah, nigga, I'm woo. And so it's somebody else looking at you like, ooh, shit, I don't want
Probably don't want to mess with him.
I don't want to mess with him.
Right.
So now he may do the same thing. You know what I mean? So we had some raggedy guns. You know, I mean, we fit 13, 14 years old.
Right.
So back then, you got the Lorsons and the
little
Phoenix Arms,
little
little
22s and all that.
Yeah. You know,
little baby
the
shit.
Do Dirt 38
Right.
with the tape on the handle. Bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But now, because of the dope shit, you got niggas with Max and AKs and SKS.
ARs and all that.
Yeah. Well, back then, ARs wasn't really a thing, but the full length
little
AKs,
Tommy guns and shit.
SKS,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So, I was like, shit, man, we got to figure it out. You know what I mean? So I was sitting up watching Lethal Weapon, the first one. So when, so when Gary Busey was in the car and the motherfucker went through the front of it, I was like, damn, we could probably do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You really thought that shit?
I really thought that watching Lethal Weapon. And I was good at stealing cars. You know, because back then, you know, the Chevys, the Oldsmobiles, you can get in with a flat head, pop the left side of the steering wheel, pop the ring off, pull the thing.
Oh, that's it. You gone.
You gone.
Oh, yeah.
Like
you
that,
gone.
right?
100%.
You know, I used to get into it with niggas for stealing my stolen cars in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You know, real talk. I got into it with niggas for stealing my stolen car. Because when I parked that bitch down the street and put the towel over the motherfucking, you know that's my shit.
Yeah.
And then you look up and see a nigga riding by. You like, that's my shit.
In your G
and my stolen car. You know what I mean? So,
damn, nigga, I'm faded to the motherfucking. hey, shout out to my nigga Uncle Snoop Dogg,
Shout out to
man.
Snoop
We got
Dogg,
the 19 crimes in the house, Cali Rose. This shit got a nigga twisted like he sweat right now.
Man,
Goddamn
shout
it.
out to the homie Snoop.
Yeah,
Dogg,
yeah. But go on, man. Continue.
So, you know, so we did that shit, bro.
Right.
And we end up getting away with it. We got away with it, at least in real time. We got away with it. And
so what? When you ran through, was you? I mean, okay.
So
you know,
this is what happened.
Yeah.
So some of the youngsters, they probably not gonna know, but I stole a Chevy Celebrity. I don't know if you remember them. The boxy ass little 4-door short little stubby car. Anyway,
kind of look like Pinto like or some shit.
Nah,
something like that.
Nah, but it was an ugly car, but it was easy to steal.
Okay.
Right. So stole them all the time. So we end up stealing one, and the one that, and we picked a gun shop that was by the entrance to the freeway was right at the end of the block. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it was perfect.
Yeah.
Hit that motherfucker, hop on
And
the
get
freeway,
on.
go right
You
back to.
gone.
So for those in Kansas City, they know we were in the city called Independence, which you did not go to back then.
Oh.
You know, because in Kansas City, it wasn't a melting pot like LA. So you still very much had white and black. It's segregated. So you know, the police would see you and bust that U-turn if you was in certain parts. And that was one of them parts we shouldn't have been in. But nevertheless, we do the shit. We had two cars, my partner's car. We had the Celebrity. We wedged a board in between the gas pedal and the seat because the Celebrity had one seat in the front. It was just one seat that went across.
Okay.
And nigga, lo and behold, that motherfucker went right through the front of it. They didn't have the pillars up. They didn't have the It was just like a little shop, like a little gun shop. They didn't have the you know, them things that stop the car.
Right.
Motherfucker went right through it. So we all looking in amazement like, damn.
Oh, nigga, we on.
So we paused for a second, like we look at each other like, damn, nigga, that motherfucker went through. And so no alarm went on. I'm sure it was a silent one, but no alarm went on. Nigga, we went right in the big ass hole, the front of the store gone. So we go right in and shit, we grab everything and put it in the trunk of my partner car.
And got it pushing.
Hop right on the highway, went right back to the hood.
Damn.
Yeah, so I got shit. I'm
Wow.
14 years old with shit with price tags still on it. With 40 caliber Tauruses,
What the fuck?
Rugers. We had ARs. We had Benelli shotguns.
Mossbergs and shit like that. Shotties
no,
and
we
all
had
that?
Benellis. We didn't have the
okay,
Mossberg. We had Benellis, and so
was Mossberg even out?
Yeah,
at that
for sure.
time? Mossbergs were out, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
500 to 590. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So we had, but they had Benellis, which is the higher grade shotgun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Tearing
it was
nigga
the
ass up.
semi-automatic.
Not
ones.
tearing nigga ass
It was the
up.
first time I had seen a semi-automatic shotgun, actually. And so, because a matter of fact, the motherfucker I know because it pinched my finger, my hand right here.
Right.
But anyway, so we had all of that. We go back to the hood, right? So we like, damn, we divvy him up. Now, mind you, I'm 14 with this assault shit. I'm like, damn. But then after a while, about a day or two passed, we was like, y'all got bullets for this shit?
Yeah.
We ain't had no bullets.
You had all the straps.
We had all the straps
We
with
had
no
fucking
ammunition.
ammo.
And
Right,
none of us was
right.
old enough to go buy them. So we like, fuck, how we
Damn.
gonna get bullets for all this shit? Because we had so many calibers, right?
Damn.
So my partner went out there and he looked, because I was the youngest one on the case. So
Okay.
everybody else was like 17, 18.
Right.
So my partner went out there. He said, man, they only got plywood. They just put plywood over the front of it. I was like, for real? So we went out there one night, pulled that bitch off, jumped back in there to get the bullets. Yeah.
Oh,
so we hit him twice. Yeah.
Wow.
And so
that takes some balls, bro.
Man, when you
'Cause
14,
they say never go back to a crime scene
but
twice. Don't
but
go back.
I'm stupid, bro. I'm stupid.
Damn.
And you know the tragedy and all of that. And for anybody watching this, the tragedy and all that is we didn't even really have to be doing all of that. To be honest with you, we all came from decent households.
I was just gonna ask you about
Yeah.
that. Did you have both parents in the household?
No, I had my mom.
Okay.
You know, and I'm an only child. So I had my mom and my grandmother, but I was raised on love, bro.
There
I
we
wasn't
go.
raised on survival.
Right,
You feel me?
right.
So I always did well in school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We were all good kids. We was in the hood, but we was good kids.
There
We
we
didn't,
go.
it wasn't like that was just because of the element we had to deal with outside. It wasn't because of anything at home where we're dealing with poverty and starving
Or
and
some
shit like that. No,
right.
man. We was just recalcitrant little kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just out there thrill seeking. And so that got good to us, bro.
Mm.
So we went on a whole spree the whole summer, bro. We turned up.
Did your thing.
We turned up, right?
God damn.
And you know, about 3. We had a wild summer, and then we got caught. It didn't last long,
Right.
you
Oh,
know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Right.
It didn't last long. And I remember my mother. And let me tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
So my mother, one day I was out on the porch, and you know, nigga, I'm out here talking shit. You know what I'm saying, nigga? You think nigga John Gotti out there, nigga?
Right.
I'm out here telling half lies, half truth, nigga. I didn't smoke, nigga. I cleared that motherfucker out, nigga.
All that.
You know, we
Right,
swapping
right.
gang stories and some of us lying, whatever, right? And so my mother hears it, so she calls me in the house,
Shit.
and she tells me, she said, you know what? She said, you think you bad, you think you grown, you think you woo woo woo. She said, you know, you out there holding court, and you think that you gonna fuck around and catch a case. But she said those words, holding court. And I didn't know what it meant.
Right.
I didn't know. I just thought she was just fucking with me, just picking with me. You know what
But
I
it
mean?
stuck with you.
It stuck with me. It stuck
Yep.
with me.
Yep.
And, you know, inevitably, a few weeks later, I was in jail, like she said. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I didn't understand I didn't understand how serious it was, to be very honest with you. I remember thinking, because I was a juvenile, that they just gonna let me go home.
Right.
When I went to court, the judge, I was like, man, listen, when y'all gonna let me go home? Judge was like, home? Boy, you can take that out your repertoire.
vocabulary.
Yeah, take
Right,
that out your
right.
whole little vocabulary. Boy, you
Right.
is not going nowhere. You know what I mean?
Like
you
that.
here. Matter of fact, you probably gonna get certified. So you probably gonna be here for a minute till you old enough to go to prison. And then it hit me like, oh shit. Oh, like that? You know what I
hell
mean?
no.
Like that. And I tell people all the time. So I go back to my cell,
Mm-hmm.
and you know I'm hard in front of the homie. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Nigga, fuck the judge. Nigga, I ain't tripping, nigga, you know.
Was you a big kid at this time?
Nope. I played
So
basketball. I was
okay,
thin. I was
okay.
point guard, right?
Okay. Right.
And I go back, sit on my
You still
bed.
play till this day?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no,
okay,
I'm too
okay,
old for that.
Okay.
But I go back and sit down on my bed, bruh.
yeah.
And you know, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, nigga, tear trickled down my face.
Damn.
And I'm like, fuck. Like, damn, I wanted to go home.
Miss
And that's
Moms.
when it hit me, bro. It was like, damn, you really got to do this shit. You know what I mean? And I just wasn't no born to lose ass nigga. Like, I
Right.
just wasn't, you know, listen, I'm grown now, so I can look back on it and say, bruh, I really didn't want to be that dude, right?
Right,
You know,
right,
I
right.
was, don't get me wrong, when I was with the bullshit, I was with it. But that part of it, I was like, nah, this ain't me.
That ain't. Yeah,
That ain't
that's
me,
not
bro.
the route you want to go.
That's not me. Like,
right.
so once I end up because juvenile works like family court, at least at that time in
Mhm.
1990.
Okay.
They were still trying to figure out in Missouri. They were trying to figure out what to do with kids who commit adult crimes,
Mm.
right? So at that time they were trying to figure out that certification thing, right? Because I think like what happened with Wack. I think Wack, like, he was young and they sent him to prison,
Okay.
right? Which I don't think they should do, right?
Nah,
So-
not when you're a kid, man.
Not when you're a
Hell
kid,
nah.
right?
Nah.
So
not
they
at all.
end up because I had a father that was gainfully employed and a stepmother.
Right.
My mother was going through some shit. So what they end up doing was they was like, well, you know what? He was the youngest one on the case. He did good in school and all of that. So they end up taking me from my mom, making me live with my dad. But I was on house arrest. Now I was in juvenile for about a year, and then I was on house arrest for another year. You know,
Damn.
but my partners that I grew up with,
them niggas did time.
yeah, they got 12 years.
Oh,
because
what the
they was
fuck?
adults. They got charged as adults. I was the only juvenile on the
God
case.
damn.
Yep. I was the only juvenile in the
Woo-wee.
case. Yeah.
Man.
So that's how serious the shit was that we did.
Right.
I mean, it ain't no life sentence, but for 14, well, I was 14, they was like 17, 18. I was the
And see,
youngest one.
your story right now, what you telling me with your experience should be some type of inspiration and motivation for
sure.
the youngsters out there
For
to
sure.
not
Don't
do no
do
shit
it.
like
Not
that.
do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially because we didn't have to.
Right.
It was for nothing.
Right,
You
right,
know?
right.
But I will say this: me and my partner J-Dub, who he's one of the ones that got the 12 years,
Uh-huh.
and he actually taught me how to ride a bike. That's how far back we go.
Right. You still in
When he-
contact with him? To
Yeah,
this
for
day?
sure.
Oh,
for
that's
sure.
what's up, man.
Yeah, that's my
what's up.
homeboy. That's my brother. So,
Right.
excuse me. Even
Mhm.
with him, he said he was like, after he got out of prison, he was like, man, I thank God that we got caught when we did,
Right.
because if we didn't, none of us would be here.
Mm.
Because we was fucking up fast and picking up speed, bro. We was becoming so brazen and so dog. Because I'm gonna tell you, the way that we thought back then, when I tell you we was stupid, we
Right.
was stupid. Because we would have, the next thing would have been a bank, right? But you got to understand how we would have thought
Yeah,
about it.
that would have been.
We would have said, dog, we would have said, guess what? We gonna go rob this bank, right? But what we gonna do, we just gonna shoot everybody in the bank. So that way we don't have witnesses, and then we gonna take all the money. That's what we would have done.
Nah.
Yeah, we was dumb. We was dumb, bro.
Wow.
And we would have been with death sentences and life sentences and all of that. So,
yeah.
so by God's grace, you know, he got us young and was like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all
Mhm.
niggas need to, y'all think this is a game. Bam, it ain't. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that, and then, you know, not to mention I had my first child at 16.
Oh,
So
damn.
so my shit was
oh,
my
you
sense,
started young,
my sense
bro.
of urgency, my nigga, of life and figuring it out was
Yeah.
on some real shit.
On some real shit.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's like, now I'm my only child. My mom was going through what she going through. I'm living with my father, who I really don't know and don't have a relationship like that.
Relationship,
We
right.
just two niggas named Courtney living in the house. You know what I mean? I got a baby coming. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, bruh, life was, You know what I mean? So I, you know, behind closed doors, I'm learning how to be a man. You know, I'm trying
Hell
to figure
yeah.
all that shit out. Then I'm trying to graduate school. I barely graduated high school. But then that's when I got into music. And so I had ended up signing with Master P right after high school.
Right after high school.
Yeah, well,
Now
the year
how
after.
how did that happen? How did Master P even get a hold of your shit to begin with your music?
I sent it to him. You know, I always had the
like
uncanny.
a demo or something
Yeah,
at that
demo,
time?
demo,
Okay, well,
yeah.
now what year is this?
This is 95. I graduated
Wow.
high school in 94.
Because in 96, 97, that's when he came out with the How You Do That There
Yeah.
with Young Bleed.
Yes, sir. That was
Okay.
96,
97.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Ice
yeah.
Cream Man.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Okay, so this is about a year, 2 years prior to
Yes.
that.
Yep.
Okay, break
Yep.
it down. My nigga, speak
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, real shit. Real shit. So
Yeah.
I had got with P right because I was on Down South Hustlers. If you
Okay.
remember the double CD. A lot of people give Tupac
I think
the
so.
the credit for the double CD
Uh-huh.
first. P
Yeah.
was the first to do it with Down South Hustlers.
Okay, I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it had UGK on it.
Oh,
That's
shit.
it had Bounce That Ass on there.
Yeah,
and, and players from the South
Yeah,
Stack
yeah,
G,
hell yeah.
that one, and Break 'Em Off. The
Okay.
one Break 'Em Off.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, so that came from that
Shout out
album.
UGK.
Shout out to UGK,
hell
man. Rest
yeah.
in peace to
Hey,
the
you
pimp.
you like A-Bar and MJG?
For sure.
That's my shit
Come on,
too,
man. I'm
nigga.
from Kansas City, so
Hell
we came up
yeah.
on all that
All that
mid-south
shit.
shit.
Yeah, come on,
Space
man.
Age pimping.
Yeah.
All of that. Yeah.
Space. Yes, nigga.
yeah.
Cheers,
So they-
nigga.
so they
Cheers.
had a-
no, not that, nigga. Cheers, nigga.
So
that
they,
part.
that,
Let's
matter of
go.
fact, A-Ball
Yeah.
MJG had a song on that album too.
On the double
Meal
disc
Ticket.
album?
I'm trying to get a meal. No, that was that was About It. They did have a song on Down South Hustlers. The comments, they'll tell us in the comments.
Okay.
But so yeah, that was the first album that I was a part of with No Limit. We did the song called R.I.P. I was a part of a group called CCG.
Okay.
Me and my partner Cisco.
Uh-huh.
And so we did the song R.I.P. with me, Master P, Silk the Shocker. So that was my introduction into No Limit.
Wow.
Yeah. And I got a gold record from that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Congrats.
gold, yeah.
So so it's 1995.
Mhm.
And now, how old are you at this time? What, about 18?
18.
Okay, so you just graduated high school.
Yep.
Barely graduated
Barely.
high school, like
Barely.
you said.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1995, nigga just graduated high school.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? I'm gonna start music, whatever. Whoop whoop whoop. You make a little demo. You send the shit to Master P.
Mhm.
By the grace of God, nigga, here's the shit. And when he heard it, how did he contact? Did you leave like a phone number on the?
Yeah.
On the was it a cassette
Yeah,
tape?
it was a cassette tape.
A
Hell
fucking
yeah,
demo.
it was. Yeah.
And the nigga hit you
with
back.
a self-written goddamn bio. You know what I mean?
And this nigga hit you back.
So Yeah.
What
So
the
no, this is
fuck,
what happened.
bro?
So I always
That's
had
fucking
hustle.
crazy.
I always had hustle and vision, bro.
Okay.
That's why sometimes with this new generation, I sometimes don't have the patience because we didn't have the internet. Shit wasn't like you really had to want it.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And you had to really come up with
Manifest
ways. You had
and
to
know your
manifest.
shit.
You had to
Hell
put the
yeah.
work in and the
Come on,
grind
man.
in, right? So
Yeah.
it wasn't this thing of entitlement, right?
Right.
So I end up sending tapes to P, to Black Market Records, Rap a Lot,
Uh-huh.
at first I was sending tapes to majors, but
Okay.
they were sending them back. I didn't understand. They were sending them back with "We don't accept unsolicited
I
material."
hate that.
I didn't know what that meant.
I used to send shit back in the day to Interscope and
See what I'm
Geffen
saying?
and
Yeah.
Capitol
And
out
they
here.
send that shit
Yeah,
right
they
back.
send the motherfucker right back out. Oh, you bitch ass.
So I didn't
on
know,
top.
right?
Yeah.
I didn't know what that meant. So
Right.
something in me clicked to say, well, you know what? Let's go after these companies that are that I didn't have the term independent. I
Right.
just knew that they were more accessible, right?
Okay.
So back then on the CD and the tape, you would have the address and the number and
All
shit,
that.
right?
P.O. Box or
Yeah,
something.
P.O.
Yeah,
Box, all that.
All that
so
shit.
P just happened to have a voicemail. So what I
Okay.
would do is I would fill that motherfucker up so nobody else could leave
Spam that
voicemails. I would
motherfucker.
spam it. Just
Hell
hang
yeah.
up, hang up, call again. Yeah, my name, Court Dog. I'm from Kansas City. I'm the hot, woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
So, but actually I did that with Ruthless. We was really trying to go to Ruthless. But
Ruthless
Easy
Records?
died. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it looked like we was probably gonna have some action at Ruthless.
Yeah.
But Easy died. So
Okay.
then everything went cold. So then I put my sights on No Limit because I could just get more in contact. And so he called back.
Wow.
Yeah, he called. I think the story that he told me was,
Because you're young. You're a
man, I'm
youngster at this
18,
time,
bro.
You-
Yeah, yeah, but I always had the ability to, because I was a part of a duo, right? So my partner Cisco, he was more the creative force of our group. He did the production,
Okay.
conceptualized the music. All I did
like
was
the beats and shit like
he
that?
did everything.
Okay.
and
the
all
mix
I
and
did was
mastering?
write my verse and fill it in, right?
Okay.
But he did everything. I was the mouthpiece. I was the person that got out and politicked with people
Right,
and
right,
reached out to
right.
magazines and all of that. So
Damn.
I was just always good at doing that. So P called us back and shit, it was on from there, and
Just
then-
like that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
So
it wasn't necessarily just like that, but yeah, just like that.
So so he calls you,
Mhm.
right? You're like, oh shit, okay. I know you probably tripping, nigga, because
Well, let me tell you the story real quick when he called. So
Break
I'm
that
on
down.
I'm on the toilet stool.
taking the shit. Nigga.
Taking the shit.
Yeah, number
I swear
two.
to God.
Okay.
I'm at my dad's house.
Yeah,
I'm taking
the
shit.
Browns to the Super Bowl.
I'm sitting there thinking about, man, listen, how the fuck I'm gonna get out of this house, right?
Right.
And so the phone rings. Something tells me to get up and answer. Now back then you had answer machines.
Yep.
So my dad got a little house. So I get up, pants in my ankles, and I waddle to the phone, right? And so I answer the phone. And he asks, he's like, so P's like, can I speak to Courtney? So it wasn't a voice I recognized. I thought he was calling for my dad.
Right.
So I'm like, shit, he ain't here, man. Who calling? You know what I mean? He was
Right.
like, oh, this P, this Master P. So I was
I
like,
bet you fucking
so I'm
went
like-
bananas.
I was like, is it? I said, who? I said, for real, who is this? He was like, nah, this P, man. So I said, oh yeah. I said, this Courtney. And he was like, what, you dodging somebody or something? Like, I don't think he realized how young I was. And so I was like, nah, my dad's name is Courtney too.
So you Lil C,
I'm Lil
right,
Courtney.
right, Lil
And so
C,
he was
yeah.
like, oh, okay, yeah, man, well, I got your tape. He was like, yeah, I'm doing a compilation. So it went from there. He like, I'm doing Down South Hustlers. And so what it was me being from the Midwest, we had a
Fucking
style
nuts.
similar to Bone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so Bone had just blew up.
Right.
So he was looking at us as his version of Bone.
Bone Thugs.
Yeah,
right,
Bone
right,
Thugs
right.
and Harmony.
Okay.
Shout out to Bone Thugs and
Right,
Harmony.
hell
So
yeah.
that's how that came about.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
And I know you guys still got a great relationship.
Yeah,
till
that's my
this
brother.
day.
That's my brother. Yeah.
That's-
to this
that-
day. I'm one of the probably only artists that was signed to him that is still close.
That fucks with him.
that fucks with him to this day. I mean, besides Snoop, but
yeah, Snoop for
yeah,
sure. You and-
but
yeah.
yeah, that's like that's
But
my
other
brother.
than that,
Because mostly people see me with him because it's so funny because of my stature, people have always once they see me like this,
Yeah.
I wasn't always like this,
Right.
right? People assume that I was his security or his bodyguard because people see me with him all the time,
Right.
and people to this day, 20 plus years later, are still putting together that I'm Court Dog, the rapper. They come to my
crazy.
podcast and be like, "Oh shit, you Court! I always wondered what happened to you."
Right.
You know what I mean? So
now at this time, do you still fuck with the music some, or you don't really?
No, I retired from the music years ago.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Now let me ask you, man, because it seems like you're really about your health, man.
Yeah.
What made you want to get on Swole?
That's a funny thing too. When I moved to LA 20 years ago, I was transitioning out of music and getting more into movies and doing film. And so I think at first it started as a hobby. I didn't pick up a weight till I was 30 years old. A lot of people think that I was just like, I played basketball. I was a point guard. Right.
So you probably stand and
I'm 6'3" and I was just athletic.
Right.
And so I started doing it just to kind of get a bedroom body and just be aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I think it was I was seeing 50 Cent and LL. And I was like, man, I'm gonna get them niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to, chase them.
Right.
And that's where it started. And so I started actually getting into bodybuilding and understanding diet. And then I started working out with other bodybuilders and shit. And so I train like a bodybuilder and I eat like one.
So what does your nutrition or your diet consist of? Like, are you low carbs? Do you do high proteins? What is it on a weekly basis? How does Big Court eat?
Well, for me,
what you grub on, nigga?
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I eat everything. Cause you got to know your body. I always say the people that look the best aesthetically are the people that know their bodies the best, right?
Okay.
I have a fast metabolism, so I still got.
You lucky motherfucker.
My nigga, my weight's still 32 inches.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh shit.
So, but I lose weight fast and easy. So for me, the struggle is to keep the weight. So I have to eat. So basically my diet is in
the morning, what do you normally eat?
Egg whites. I eat 2 cups of egg whites, a whole egg.
So you'll do egg whites and then 1 actual whole egg.
Yep, for the omega-3s.
Right.
Yep.
And then what again?
2 whole grain waffles.
Okay, what's for lunch?
Chicken breast and rice and broccoli.
What's for dinner normally?
Chicken breast, rice and broccoli.
You do salmon?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. But what
asparagus
it is
and all that?
Yeah. But what it is that's not dense enough for my body because of my high metabolism.
Right.
So I lose weight on fish.
So you need carbs.
So chicken, carbs and the high protein.
And the high protein.
Yeah, see me, and even cheat meals. People don't know I eat pizza. I eat bullshit.
Chili cheese fries.
No, I don't eat chili cheese. Put my stomach
nigga?
up. But I don't eat pastrami.
Oh, you ain't know?
Pastrami. That's like salami or something.
Yeah, you don't fuck with no Tams, nigga.
I ain't never been to Tams.
Oh, what?
I ain't never been to Tams.
Oh, man.
I know, man. I've been in the suburbs too long in this motherfucker,
man.
bro.
Niggas watching the pod. They know about Tams,
yeah,
my nigga.
I know about Tams. I just ain't been.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
We're going to have to go one day.
Yeah,
you know what we're going to do, my nigga?
Yeah.
We're going to do a Drinks with Jinx food vlog.
Okay.
And you and me, we're going to go eat, nigga.
Let's do it.
Straight up, my nigga. We're going to go grub.
Man, when I first moved out here, bro, because I consider myself to be from L.A. now. You know what I mean? I've been out here 20 years.
That's a long time.
But man, I moved to Brentwood when I lived out here, right? Because, I moved out here with a little change.
Right.
Nigga, but I stayed my ass in the hood, bro. I stayed. I was in the jungle. I was over on Slauson at the swap meet. I was in Compton damn near every day.
God damn.
Yeah, it was just that hood shit. I was young.
Right.
And so, I even though I've always lived in the suburbs, I spent a lot of time in the hood, bro.
Now, being in the hood a lot, back to the food.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know some bomb-ass fried fish places.
Nah, I haven't.
You don't know.
The last time that I've been to a hood spot that had decent food,
good fried fish and shit.
It was a spot. It was the motherfucker in Inglewood by the Forum. Is it M&M's?
What, like M&M's or something?
I think that was it.
Yeah. There's M&M's over there. Yeah, if
that's
I'm not
the last
mistaken.
time that I've been to a spot.
Okay.
Because I really don't eat like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the last time I've been to a spot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you look like you built like a wrestler, almost like a wrestler.
Yeah.
Do you like professional wrestling? Did you ever watch WWF?
A little bit back in the day. I come from, I'm a little older. So I come from, Andre the Giant.
Yeah, off top.
And Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And the Macho Man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
yeah, brother.
Top,
you know what I'm saying?
All that.
So that's my era. And Superfly Snooker.
Oh, he was
what I'm saying?
See, I come from that era
dog,
too. Yeah, it's because I'm 80s baby.
Yeah,
so I come from that too. But then also I was more. Don't get me wrong. I fuck with Hogan, Macho Man, Warrior, Beefcake, Jake the Snake, all that. You know what I'm saying? Steamboat. You know what I'm saying?
Roddy Piper.
Yeah. Rick Rude, all
Yeah.
that. But my nigga was Bret Hart.
Bret
That's my
Hart.
favorite professional wrestler.
Is
of all
that the
time.
one? The rich? He was
Pink and black.
Okay, yeah,
With
yeah,
the glass,
yeah,
with the
yeah.
shades.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And with the anvil.
Yeah.
With you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
nigga. And Shawn Michaels,
Yeah.
Sting, Undertaker.
Who was the
nigga?
nigga that
Yeah.
was the rich nigga that was like
Ric Flair.
Ric
Woo!
Flair. Yeah,
Oh,
Ric
come on,
Flair.
man. Yeah.
He said, I spent more money on spilled beer.
That nigga had Rolexes.
Yeah,
He said,
he was
to
on
beat
that
the
baller
man,
shit.
To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
said he was styling and profiling.
Hell
goddamn.
yeah.
Man, that mother.
He
I
was
love
also
Ric
he was
Flair.
on some big balling shit.
Yeah, he was a baller.
Yeah,
Ric
yeah.
Flair was.
Ric Flair was the man.
You goddamn right.
Man, speaking of 80s, bro, what's your favorite 80s movie? If you had to pick your top 3.
Oh, you fucked me up.
Your top 3.
80s,
80s, 80s, straight 80s. Any 80 to 89.
Okay. My top 3 favorite 80s movies.
80s. Yeah.
Okay. Number 1 has to be the first Karate Kid.
Okay. Okay.
I
Wax
believe,
on, wax off.
wax on, wax off.
Mm-hmm.
Go check out my track, by the way, wax on, wax off on YouTube. The motherfucker bang. I'm
All right.
I'm on some straight Mr. Miyagi shit.
All
on
right.
that nigga. Wax on, wax off. But anyway, yeah. Karate Kid, the first one. I believe that's like 85, 86, if I'm not mistaken.
84.
84.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
So the first Karate Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Fucked me up. Damn. Cheech and Chong.
Okay.
It's called Next Movie.
Okay.
I think that was their second movie.
Uh-huh.
You remember that one?
Vaguely. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because they had multiple movies.
Yeah, for sure.
But my favorite one was
Yeah.
called Next Movie.
Mhm.
So that's the second one. Third will be Enter the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon. Is
Bruce
that
Lee.
80s or is that 70s?
Oh shit, that might be
I
fucking
think you might be right.
79.
Though.
No, wait, is it 80s?
It might be 80, 81,
Nah, that
82.
might be 79.
You think
Oh,
so?
fuck. I'm not sure. God damn.
Mm.
They gonna let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
though.
for sure.
But
73.
oh, 73.
73?
Oh, god
Oh,
damn.
shit.
So shit, I'm off.
Damn, so you got
7
one more,
years
bro.
late. Yeah, okay, one more. Okay, so Karate Kid. What's the second one I just said?
Cheech and Chong.
Cheech and Chong, Next Movie.
Mm-hmm.
Next movie.
Yep.
Damn, I don't know if I could name it. Maybe
Which
the
one?
other karate with
Bruce Leroy.
no, yes,
The Last Dragon.
The Last Dragon
I gave you that one.
with Showdown.
I
nigga.
gave you with Show Enough. I
Show
gave you
Enough.
that one
no,
though.
but that's what I was
Was
thinking.
you thinking that one?
I swear to God,
Okay.
because I was thinking
All right.
Bruce Lee, and I was like, wait,
Yeah,
no, Bruce Leroy,
Leroy.
Show Enough.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
those my 3 of the 80s,
Okay.
bro. Yeah.
All right. Solid.
Now I'm gonna
Solid.
fuck you up now.
Okay.
You being a musician like me,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You know
Yeah.
your shit.
I do.
You got some years on the nigga.
I do.
You got about 10 years on
I
the
do.
nigga.
I do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you stranded on the island
Okay.
for the rest of your life. And you only got 1 decade of music to listen to
Okay.
for the rest of your life. What
Mhm.
decade are you going with?
Damn, that's hard. But I would probably have to say, damn, that's hard between the 80s and the 90s.
I knew it would be
That's
80s.
hard.
Yeah, because
That's
2000s
hard.
ain't fucking with the
Nah,
90s. Yeah, right,
nah,
right.
nah,
that part.
nah.
It ain't.
I would probably have to say, you know what? I would probably, damn.
I fucked you up. with that
Damn,
one.
yeah, you did.
I
you
told
did.
you.
You
Nigga,
did.
come on.
But you know what? But if I had to pick, I would probably
You gotta
say,
understand, for the rest of your life, and you stranded on the
because see,
island.
the reasons are different. I would say the 80s.
Are
Because,
you sure?
Well,
Because
no.
you gotta think
I'm
about
talking
all the
through it now.
genres, though.
No, I'm talking through. No, that's what I was about to say.
Because the 80s nigga got,
We got
you still had Michael.
You got Duran
Sade,
Duran. You got Duran Duran.
Shalimar,
You got Culture Club. You got Confunction.
Barcades,
You got
Midnight
Barcades.
Star,
Yeah,
all
Midnight
that.
Star.
Hell
Yeah, you got
yeah.
all of that. And then you have the start of hip hop. Because now you got Slick Rick. You got Big Daddy
Doug
Kane,
Fresh,
Rakim.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got Ice-T. You got all of that. So, but with the 90s,
Fucking tough.
see, the
dude.
hard part about the 90s is, again, you have just this emergence of gangster
Pac,
rap.
Snoop, Dre,
Yeah, but then
Quick,
you got
Sugar
Jodeci,
Free,
you got Boys to Men, you
Aaliyah,
got you feel me,
TLC,
Timberland. You know what I'm saying?
SWV.
And a lot of that shit reminds me of when I met my old lady. So now you start
Okay.
talking about the memories
That-
attached
you
to
know
it
what I'm
too.
saying?
But then the 80s is as a kid, you know what I mean? You know what? I probably have to go. I probably
Maybe
say that.
90s.
I'm gonna say the 80s.
You don't say 80s?
I'm gonna say 80s.
That's
I'm
a
gonna,
good pick.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because
Break it down.
Because the 80s, you have the golden era of hip hop. You know
Which
what I'm
was
saying?
88.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on, man.
you feel
I
me?
nigga know. Yeah.
So you got you have the emergence of hip hop, but then like you say, you got the cameos, the confunctions, the Whitney Houstons, the Michael Jacksons, the Princes. But then you got to think, at least because I'm 10 years older than you.
Yeah.
Before we had hip hop, we had to listen to the radio. So we listened to REO Speedwagon. We listened to Duran Duran and Culture Club. Like them that white shit, them hits, bro.
Yeah.
We love that shit. You feel me?
Like
So I was listening to all of that. You know what I mean? Phil Collins and all of that. So and then you still had Big Band. You had Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know what I mean? Tavares, I think they may have still been around. You still had the Jacksons still. So I would probably go with the 80s, bro.
Who's the ones that sing like a yo-yo? Michael Faith. What's his name? Michael.
Which one?
Wham.
Wham. Oh,
Wham
yeah.
was
Oh,
hard.
man, come on, bro.
Come on.
Wake me up before you go. Yeah,
Am I tripping y'all that nigga?
No, because then
that's my shit, though.
So you got Wham, but then not only you got George Michael, who spawned could come from Wham. So you got Careless Whisper. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
On, man.
Yeah.
And I already said Sade, huh?
Yeah, Sade. Yeah, who's still fine. Who's still fine.
There will never be another Sade.
Still fine. I don't know if is she a vampire? I don't know what's going on with her. But Sade, shit, she damn near ran the 80s, and of course, with Prince. I'm a huge Prince fan.
Right. Now,
Michael
what about
Jackson.
rock? You fuck with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Black Sabbath, AC/DC.
I didn't get too much into rock. No,
nah?
I didn't get more your contemporary top. No, not really. I know who they are, but no, not really. Not
Metallica
really.
and all that shit.
No, I didn't get into that.
Okay,
yeah,
that's it hard.
But I remember them though. You know, AC/DC, all of them, Alice Cooper, all that old hard shit. Yeah, I remember it, but I didn't really fuck with it.
Okay,
I mean, like I said, nigga, Duran Duran and Hall and Oates. You know what I'm saying?
And all that shit.
Lisa Cold Jam, Full Force, all that shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Cool
that's my shit. Cool in the game.
SOS Band.
SOS Band.
Patrice Rushen.
Come on, Forget Me Nots, bro.
Come on, hello.
Forget Me Not.
Yeah, nigga, I'm on. Come on, nigga.
You know a little something.
I know, nigga.
You know, especially to be 10 years, you know, because
I'm
you got to
80
think.
baby, though.
Because you got to think, if you was born in what, 86?
85.
85. So you was just a little jit. You was a little jit with a lot of that shit.
So when the nigga was 1, 2, 3, you know what I'm saying? Mom and pops.
Exactly.
Is banging that shit.
Exactly.
Saturday mornings, nigga, they doing their house cleaning.
Yeah. Same thing with me.
I'm a toddler.
Same thing.
Teething like a terrible twos,
That's
nigga.
it, bro.
And I'm
That's
rocking
it.
out like
Hell
a motherfucker.
yeah.
Shit was banging.
Because my parents, they was playing at that point, like same thing. Saturday, cleaning up the house.
chore.
They was Gap Band. Confunction.
all that.
Yeah,
nigga, that's the shit, man. Come on, man. Isley Brothers, nigga. All
Isley,
that
bro.
shit.
Even when they went to Isley Jasper Isley. You remember that?
Man,
you know what I'm
come on,
saying?
man.
With Insatiable Woman, Caravan of Love. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Boy, the in the
Shalimar?
comments that Shalimar. Hell
Come
yeah.
on, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Howard Hewitt, even when he went solo. Jody Watley when she went solo.
You know who he didn't mention?
Who?
Zapp and Roger.
Oh yeah.
Roger and Zapp?
Yeah.
How the fuck did we not mention them niggas? God
Hell yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
You know what
Classic
I'm saying?
shit. Computer Love.
But computer, right? So I was watching the interview one day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And DJ Quick said, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure this is what he said. He said that one of the best eras of music was the 90s, when we had music on cassette tapes. Because the energy that was on that cassette was a whole different fucking animal. Right now, we live in a digital world, right? A lot of music now that comes out, to me personally, and I don't hate on nobody, bro, but I just feel like the shit that comes out now isn't actual music. That's just me. It doesn't have an actual cadence. There's no good rhythm, no melody, no good actual hooks, no good lyrics to match the hook, right? It irritates the fuck out of me, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm what you call, and I'm gonna try, nigga not try to toot his own horn.
Yeah.
Anybody can write a song, make a track or whatever. I make records. See, there's a difference.
Right.
It's called the record business for a motherfucking reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta make records. Records sell.
Right.
Tracks don't sell.
Right.
You can put tracks on the album,
That's true.
But you need about 3 records, nigga. 3 hits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To promote the album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're in a different time now because everything is so instant. With the CD and the cassette, it was an experience to buy that. You know, for one, because it was tangible. It was something right there in your hand.
Right.
And you look forward to the smell of that tape or that cassette. You look forward to opening that, reading the credits, the liner notes.
Who produced it, who
all
wrote
of that
it,
shit,
all
right?
that. Yeah.
So, and then back then, artists, they only released, you knew that when you bought that tape, you wasn't going to get another one for about another year from that artist, right?
Facts.
So you knew it was a year and a half before
Maybe
they
2
released,
years.
maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you cherished that. So you listened to that shit because you knew that's all you was going to get.
Yeah. For a couple
And then
years.
it wasn't so accessible. You know, you would only, unless seeing them on the TV or the video or maybe reading about them in a magazine. So it wasn't this social media where you can just go click on them or Google them and you have this somewhat, you know, access to it. So that whole thing of you know, just the magic, you know, that it's kind of gone because now everybody's on the same playing field. You see what I'm saying?
Let me ask you, what's some artists right now that you can say that could hang with the 80s and 90s?
In what genre?
Any motherfucking genre.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. So me being older, so I have reference of the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, 2010s. I have all of that, right? So I'm almost 50, right? So it just changed. I like the music of today.
Okay.
You know, even the hip hop, right? I like it. It's different. It's different. The cadence is different. The pocket is different.
Right.
The sensibilities are different, right? But it changed each decade, though. You know, it changed each decade. Now, what I will say is R&B isn't quite where it was. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no more.
Yeah, like I don't really know what it. You know, like when you look at SZA and you look at what's the other little girl name? I forgot her name.
Glorilla?
No, she's a rapper. But I'm thinking of the singers. I'm thinking of singers, right?
Okay.
I'm trying to think of her name.
Yeah.
You know, the one that they say is weird. I can't think of her name right now.
Well,
but
a lot of these motherfuckers is weird.
Right. So when you look at them, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the song structure, because if you remember back in the day, you would have the song and they were really singing, right? They were singing.
Yeah.
And then they even had bridges in the songs. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So song structure is a little bit different. It's really about vibe now. It ain't necessarily about executing an actual skill set. It's all about providing a vibe. You know what I mean? So I think when you listen to it with that ear of understanding that, okay, you're not going to hear Whitney Houston. You're not going to hear
Mariah
runs.
or
You're not going
Mary
to hear
J.
runs like that.
Yeah.
You're not going to hear necessarily that emotion because that's really not the vibe of today. You know what I'm saying? So I think you have to you got to recalibrate your ears and your expectations when you hear today. So when you do that, then you could hear it for what it is and enjoy it. Because I had to do it. Like, I like a lot of these little niggas. Like, at first, I ain't gonna lie. My nigga, I was hating on Drake. When Drake first came out, I was hating on that nigga.
Yeah, I was too.
Guess what? It had nothing to do with his talent. It was just, man, this light-skinned nigga from Canada. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. You know what I mean? I hating on that nigga. I'm here to say it. I was hating on him.
Right.
Man, that nigga Drake, one of the top 5. He one of the GOATs. I don't care what you say.
You think so?
Fucking right. That nigga Drake is
a top 5?
Of today. Yes. Easily.
Okay, of today?
Yes, of today.
But you can't say overall.
No,
like of all,
no,
okay,
because
but,
my top 5s are different. They kind of, because I'm older, so they have to come in kind of errors.
So, okay, because I believe Drake came out in like 09.
Yeah,
so from 09 to 2022, that's 13 years. He's been hot.
He running shit.
He has.
He running shit.
So, no, for real. So he has to be top 5.
And he's talented.
He's
talented.
Because he can rap and sing.
And he can rap, sing. He, you know, even with his... You know, even with his lyrics,
shit, like,
even with his lyrics, you know,
at
the end of the day, he had bars. And at the end of the day, he made hit fucking records. Even I hear Drake records on like smooth jazz. You know what I'm saying?
On the way?
Because he does the way, because he does these crossover records. So, I mean, from a business standpoint and from artistic standpoint, man, Drake is fucking great. And I hated on him.
Yeah,
you know,
I did too.
And so once I start listening to the music, I was like, man, you can't deny this nigga.
Yeah.
You know, I like 21 Savage. Even before the him and Drake shit, I like 21. I like Kevin Gates. I like NBA YoungBoy.
Kevin Gates is dope.
Kevin Gates is dope.
Yeah, he's
I
dope.
like a lot of these young cats, man. I like Mo3. I like Rod
Mo3,
Wave.
God rest in
You know what I'm
peace.
saying?
Mo3.
Rest in peace.
He had some dope shit.
For
You
sure.
fuck with Boosie? You like Boosie shit?
I never really was a super Boosie fan.
Okay.
I enjoy Boosie's charisma and personality more than his music.
Right.
But I never was a big Boosie fan. His shit was cool, but I just never, I never really was up on it. Like
now,
that.
being from Kansas City, I know you gotta fuck with Tech Nine.
That's my brother, for
Man,
sure.
I love
That's
that
the
nigga
homie.
shit. That
the
to me,
homie.
that's like
Yeah.
the nigga. You know
every
what I'm saying?
every time somebody says that about Tech, I travel and I tell people I'm from Kansas City and they bring up Tech Nine, I feel so proud.
Man,
you know
Tech
what I mean?
Nine is one of
Tech
my top
Nine,
5 favorite rappers of all
and
time.
even Tech Nine makes the city look good, makes the
does.
city proud.
Yep.
Not only as a entertainer,
Right.
as a rapper,
Businessman
but
and
business
everything.
as well.
Him and Trevor.
Him and
Hell
Travis.
yeah.
Yeah,
Travis,
shout out to
not Trevor,
Travis.
Travis,
Yeah,
yeah.
shout out and shout
Mhm.
out to my brother X Rated. He's over there with them at Strange right
he
now.
signed to Strange, right?
He sounded Strange.
You know
He's got
what's
a new
crazy?
album out. Yeah,
I got a story to tell you
Mm-hmm.
that the viewers might not even know.
Okay.
In 2013, I almost got signed to Strange Music.
Really?
Facts.
Oh wow.
So check this out, man. At that time, nigga was going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga didn't have his bread up right.
Mm-hmm. It happens.
I didn't have my bread up, but I had my head up. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I like
So I'm working at a shoe store.
that.
You know what I'm saying? And it was a Saturday, and it was I was in training for the
Mhm.
weekend. I had to do like 4 days of training,
For sure.
and I believe it was like my second day of training.
Mm-hmm.
Doing my second day of training, older white lady comes in, and she got a Strange Music Tech Nine shirt on, and she just got done paying. I said, "Hey, excuse me, how you doing today?" She said, "I'm good, sir. How are you?" I said, "I'm blessed. I'm good." I said, "Hey, you know who that is? That's on your T-shirt." She said, "Yeah, that's Tech Nine. That's Tech Nina."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You know that?" Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Dude, you gotta understand. This 60-something-year-old white woman, bro, with
Yes.
fucking tech. Like, I'm
For
thinking,
sure.
nah, it's probably your son or grandson,
Nah.
or you know what I'm saying?"
Yeah.
No, nigga. She come at dude. I swear to God, true story, homie. She was like, "No, I'm the what'd she say? Her exact words, I believe she said, "No, I'm the chairman,
Mm-hmm.
CEO of Strange Music."
Okay.
And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Shout out to Violet Brown, by the way.
Shout out to Violet
Vi-
Brown.
oh, you know Violet Brown?
Warehouse Music.
What?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Man, okay, so look, so it was Violet. She said, "Yeah, I'm the chairman, CEO, one of the main heads of Strange Music."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "What the fuck?" I said, "Oh shit!" I said, "Man, that's dope." I said, Tech's like one of my favorite rappers, you
Mhm.
know, and whatever. She said, "You know what, hon? I like your charisma. I like your personality. I'll be right back. Give me about 2 minutes. I'm gonna go to my car. I
Mhm.
got something for you."
Mhm.
She gave me his new album that had just came out. This is 2012 or 2013 at the
Mhm.
time, and it's funny because I was at Target 3 days prior, and I was gonna buy the fucking album,
Mhm.
and I didn't get the album. I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna wait
Yeah.
so the homie could just burn it for me." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but anyway, she gave me a brand new copy wrapped in plastic of of Tech's new album,
Yes, sir.
and we stayed in contact. We had lunch together. You know what I'm saying? Several times. Gave her my music. She loved it,
Mm-hmm.
and I was so in it. Dude, I was I was fucking crying like a baby, dude. Nigga was heartbroken.
Yeah.
She said, "Nah, we were gonna fuck with you, like, but we just signed Murs." And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah. They got their West Coast artists.
Man, nigga, I was fucking heartbroken,
Yeah.
bro. But I was close.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
shout out to Violet Brown, man. Great woman.
Yeah.
man.
Shout out to Violet
Yeah,
Brown,
hell
man.
yeah.
Made a lot of money fucking with Violet back in the day with the Warehouse
hell
and them CDs.
Yeah,
she
all
gets
that.
you in there, bro.
Man, she, yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm very proud at what Strange has done for the city, man, and just the culture and the industry. I think sometimes the city, may not recognize how big Strange is and just the imprint and just what they've done.
Oh,
you know
they're
what
huge,
I mean?
man.
But if you know business and if you know, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I just recently went to Strange's offices earlier this year through X-Rated, actually.
Okay,
So
nice.
Tech came to my podcast, right?
Right.
But it wasn't even through Tech. I got through X-Rated. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? So
okay.
me and X-Rated was down there hanging out, and I was thoroughly impressed, bro. I'm like, man, they are
Man.
actually doing business. Like they got the big ass warehouse with the
Yeah,
merch, the
with all the
box
merch.
trucks. They got box trucks. They own the whole little section. Got a car wash with the logo on it across the street. They got tour buses, but they have people actually in there doing work. They are autonomous. These motherfuckers are
legit.
independent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout out to Strange. Shout out to Travis and Tech Nine, bro.
Hell yeah, 100%.
Sure.
That's what's up, man. I think Brother Lance.
He was there for a stint.
Oh, he was there. Yeah, he was signed to Strange.
He did a couple albums under Strange.
Yeah, he did. I think like 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, X-Rated, he been there. He just released. Shout out to X-Rated. That's my brother. He just did Kel-El. That's his little project that he just put out, and it's doing numbers. You know what I'm saying? So X-Rated is still a beast. You know
that's
what I mean?
right. No, X-Rated is dope, man. Yeah. I've been fucking with him since like '93.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My boy Rolo. Shout out to my boy Rolando Rolo. You know what I'm saying? He put me on game back in '93 about X-Rated.
With that Psychoactive, then he dropped that Exorcist.
Well, the first song I ever heard from him was called "Do You Want to Get High?"
Yeah, that was on The Exorcist.
Okay, nigga, that's my shit. I still bang that motherfucker till this day. You know what I'm saying? Do
Lunacy,
you wanna get high? Yeah, nigga, that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
That
you
part.
know, hey, X-Rated is one of the goats in SAC, you know, and him,
in
Sibo.
the Bay, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I just had Sibo on the podcast too. So, you know.
I seen that. Yeah. Shout out to Sibo.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know, coming from Kansas City, man, we grew up on all of that. Like, we had a kinship with the Bay. Right. You know, Kansas City and the Bay is like cousins. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same get down, same lingo, same, you know, understanding. So the Mac Dre's, the E40s, the Spice Ones, Too Shorts, you know, and even when you get to SAC, because SAC is not the Bay, that's Northern California. Right. But when you talk about, you know, Brother Lynch, Sibo, you know, all of that shit, X-Rated. We came up on all
Shelly
of that.
Cell and all that.
Shelly Cell,
yeah.
Mac Mall, all of that.
What's his name? Little Bruce.
Lil Bruce,
You know about Lil
he's
Bruce?
from the Funk Mob. He was with E40. That's E40's like brother or nephew or cousin.
I don't know
or something.
I'm not even sure if he's related to him or not.
Okay,
but Lil Bruce,
he was part of Sick With It. Yeah,
I think he was. Yeah, Be Legit, all that shit. Yeah.
Oh, Be Legit's first album. Trying to get a buck.
Cousins.
They cousins.
Yeah.
But
the Hip Museum and all that shit.
Nah, even farther back than that.
Oh,
to me,
talking about AIDS,
Be Legit's first album, Trying to Get a Buck, with the Late Nighter and all of that shit. That shit is the classic.
What is that? 80s or like
no, that's
90s?
That's 90, probably 92, 93. It's the one where he had on the mask and he was outside the liquor store.
Oh, that must be his first album.
That was his first solo album.
Because the Hip Museum, I believe, came out in 96.
Oh, yeah. That was when they got with Jive and all of that shit. No,
Trying to Get a Buck on the album and shit.
Trying to Get a Buck was the first Be Legit solo album. That was coming right off of the Click album, Down and Dirty.
That had some bangers on that motherfucker.
Yeah, it had Mr. Flamboyant.
Yeah.
And then E40 came with Federal. And then it might have been In a Major Way during that time.
With Pac on it. Wait, 96? What's the 96 album?
Pac might have been on Dusted and Disgusted, which I believe
he was on. Yeah, with my boy Spice One on it.
Yeah, so that was on In a Major Way, I believe.
Okay, that's the same one that has Players Ball and no, that's 96.
No, that wasn't. Yeah, but that wasn't Major Way.
$1 Million Spot with Jodeci and Pac on that.
It might have been. You might be right.
Yeah,
it might be In a Major Way.
$1 Million Spot.
Yep,
and,
$1 Million Spot.
And Players Ball.
Yep,
with
Players
Too Short.
Ball.
Yeah.
How to get it?
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. So what you got going on right now, man? What we gonna see from Big Court in 2023?
Man,
what you got cracking, man?
Listen,
what
I'm
you got
so excited about 2023, man. I got my hands in so many things.
Right.
You know, again, I come from, you know, I'm the lineage of Master P and No Limit. I graduated from No Limit University.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We go.
So, you know, I'm vice president of Digital Soapbox Network. Which, you know, houses Gangster Chronicles and Doggy Diamonds, a couple other platforms. So we're launching a linear streaming network called Rap TV. So basically, you know, we're gonna be the MTV to, like, if you liken it to Tubi, Netflix, Amazon, that's us. But MTV with content. You know, so we'll have original content. You know, and we'll have music videos playing as well.
Right.
You know, and so we're all about, you know, authenticity, inclusion, ownership for content creators as well. You know, so we have flagship shows on, like we have a show called Red, which is a flagship show on the network. You know what I mean? So, and of course you got my podcast. You have all the top podcasts that's coming. So that's really, really big, Rap TV. So I'm excited about that. You got to think this is $1 billion business. So this is actually
Oh,
a
wow.
linear network. So it's a streaming network, but we're programming it like terrestrial TV. You see
So
what I'm
it's
saying?
gonna be on actual cable television,
Yeah.
or it's gonna be
No,
on
it won't be on cable, but it'll be on
apps.
on the app. Yeah, it'll
Okay.
be an app, and it like Tubi. You know what I'm
like
saying?
Tubi,
Like Tubi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, that's a big project that I have. Shout out to Steel over at Gangster Chronicles, Big Steel.
Nice.
So we doing that. And of course, moving forward with the Holding Court podcast, we got, you know, so many big guests that we dropping even as of now.
Right.
You know, I also have a book coming out next year called Chronicles of a No Limit Soldier.
Oh,
So yeah, I
I'm
got
gonna bring
that.
you back for that.
Oh yeah,
to
for
promote
sure.
that bitch.
For sure.
That's my
for sure.
word, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I
You know, I got to.
Yeah,
Got
hell
to.
Yeah.
I also have an app that I developed called Special Love, which is it's an app that's geared towards special needs young adults, a dating app. So it's a safe place for them to meet people.
Like if they have autism.
Yeah,
or
exactly. Because
anything like
I have a
that?
son that's on the spectrum. My
Okay.
son, he's 22. He goes to UCLA, but he's on the spectrum.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's for, you know, for young adults, a place for them to meet, like a eHarmony. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
dope, bro.
So
That's dope,
So I
bro.
have that launching
I
next
like
year.
that, man.
Yeah, appreciate
Salute
that.
to that, big
Yeah,
dog.
appreciate that. So that's something near and dear, close to my heart. I also have a movie coming out top of the year called Dating COVID, which
Okay.
I did. I co-starred in with
Yeah.
Jasmine Lewis, Travis Cure from The Oval, Lisa Wu,
Okay.
Rashawn Ali. So I'm co-starring in that called Dating COVID. So go check that out. And I also
Nice.
have another movie that I'm doing top of the year called Crossover 2 in North Carolina. So with Jamal Woodard.
Nice.
So yeah, you know, I got
So
my hands.
2023 is going.
Oh man, I'm grinding, bro, with
Man.
content. You know, and again, like I say, with the Rap TV thing, I'm super excited with that, bro, because
Right.
we about to take over with that. You know what I mean? Because
Man.
nobody else is doing it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else is doing
When
it.
you
And
say it's $1 billion company,
it's $1 billion.
I mean,
yeah.
how can you fail?
That's what I'm saying. And we
Yeah.
got some big wigs we in bed with, so we're fully funded, bro. And you know, I can't wait for the world. And actually, we launched this month. We in beta
Oh.
for this fourth quarter. We'll be in
Okay.
beta this month, but top of the year we really gonna go hard.
Put it out,
and everybody,
right.
everybody gonna see it. But that's the next big thing, Rap TV, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So,
I'm about to peep that out. Man.
and you know, shout out to Big Steel, bro. You know, Steel is the one that brought me on board and you know is teaching me the game and you know on that you know spectrum on that part of
Right.
it. You know what I mean? So
100%.
the creating of the content, I got that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
No
So,
problem.
Yeah. So and I got a couple of TV shows and shit that I'm waiting to get green lit. You know what I mean? So man, I'm working, bro. And
That's
and,
what we gotta do.
and really just kind of you know spreading the knowledge, man, of you know knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, bro. And you know I talk to kids, I travel around, you know I try to mentor when I can. So just try to be a beacon of light for the culture. You feel what I'm saying? And try to I feel like I represent, and I'm sure you do as well,
Thank
or
you,
whether you
man.
know it or not. But we represent for the evolution of niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, we evolved to black men. I mean, we
Right.
still niggas, you know what I mean?
Right.
But we're that evolved nigga. The
And,
one
and I want to tell you too,
Mhm.
like the way you carry yourself, man, you know, and the way you speak, and
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, the way you do your interviews and shit like that is very intriguing, man. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Like I pick up
Thank
game.
you. Thank you.
know
I
what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that. Thank you.
And I fuck with you, my
Thank
nigga.
you, bro. I
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that. Likewise.
And I appreciate you fucking with me, my
for
nigga,
sure.
because
for sure.
I don't know what it was, you know, like back to
Yeah.
the beginning of this conversation, talking about, you know, being able to manifest things,
Right.
the laws of attraction,
Right. For
having
sure.
faith, of course.
Yes. Yes.
All that, when you blend all that and when you believe in yourself, bro,
Mhm.
you could do things. You know
Real
what I'm
talk.
saying? And I don't know what the fuck it was, just randomly, bro. One day I just said, man, let me hit this nigga up.
Yeah.
You
Hit you
responded
right back.
the next morning when I woke up at 6:30 a.m. Nigga, I had a
Yeah.
DM from you.
Yeah.
Nigga, we've been on since.
Yeah,
Nigga,
real
fuck,
shit,
you know what
bro.
I'm
And
saying?
we gotta normalize that shit in the culture too, though, bro.
Yeah,
We have to normalize and you know fucking with each other and supporting each other.
Right.
Like we lose nothing. by-
Relationships.
relationships. We look
Relationships.
like that's the part of it, and that's the other part with my platform that I wanted to create. Right. I understand. Like sometimes when you see the clubhouse shit and you see a lot of the incendiary,
But that's
salacious shit.
Clubhouse is fuckery shit.
No,
I
right.
think, man.
But I'll say this though.
man.
I don't agree. Okay, cool. It's a space for that, right?
Yeah.
But I just believe like in balance. You know what I'm saying? In balance. So it's the same thing with rap. Like right now, all you have is the drill shit. All you have is the drill kill and
Mumble
trap
rap,
shit,
trap
right?
shit,
Right.
yeah.
Now don't get me wrong. I love some gangster shit. It's a place for that.
Mhm.
But if you think about it, back in the day, you still had balance. You had X-Clan. You had Public Enemy. You had Young MC. You had where the niggas is having fun even. Like Summertime. It's still a timeless fucking record.
100%.
Fresh Prince, Summertime, still a
100%,
timeless record.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But like, damn, ain't nobody want to have no fun, fuck with no hoes. Like, damn, everybody just want to drill and kill. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my thing is, and I mean, you can count on one hand how many conscious rappers you have. I never listen to conscious rap, so I ain't gonna be a hypocrite. But I'm just saying,
Right.
At least have some fucking balance.
Yeah.
But in this space of podcasting, ironically, I was a gangster rapper. I have somewhat become kind of a conscious podcaster, so to speak. And it's kind of to provide balance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, on my podcast, like I say, it's nigga shit and black accents.
Right.
We laugh, we bullshit, we talk shit. But what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna, use my platform to shit on nobody, disrespect nobody, put out false narratives about people, or try to, hate on nobody. That's what I'm not gonna do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I got a problem with you, I'm gonna see you in real life. I ain't gonna get on no platform and talk no shit.
I feel you.
I'm gonna, because for one, I do everything I can to avoid that and to resolve that.
Right.
But I don't even understand beefing with a nigga on social media.
Well, that's not real beef.
No, some of it is. But even if it's not, it can bleed over to that. And so you just tell, like, if I really got beef with you, I ain't finna say shit about you. I don't want nobody to know I know you. I got a problem with you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
In case something happens.
In case something happens.
Right.
Right. You
Right.
know, but
You don't want nobody investigating you, nigga.
Exactly.
Come
So
real, fuck all
I
that.
think that, if it stays, listen, I get it. If it like WWF shit,
Here
WWE
we
shit,
go.
if it stays on social media and that's the understanding,
Yeah.
cool, right? But everybody got to be in on it. So sometimes motherfuckers don't be in on the play. Motherfuckers just will really be using them as content, and you don't know this nigga over here in his feelings. He don't know that the whole play that the nigga's just content. Because I had somebody tell me that before. I've literally had a nigga tell me straight up. He told me, bruh, I fuck with you, right? But on social media, it's fuck you. In real life, I fuck with you and I respect you. But on social media, nigga, I don't fuck with you.
He told you that?
Yeah, he told me. He said, I'm gonna hate on you. You're gonna be my content. I'm going because when I talk
And
about
how do you take that?
Well, in this particular situation,
Because I never had nobody say that to me.
You
know what's funny? Most niggas that comment, that talk that bullshit, if they seen you or me or any other big podcast or anybody in person, nigga, they will be on our dick.
No.
Want to take a picture.
No, real talk. No, real talk.
Yeah,
but with this particular situation, we loosely know each other, and I was pressing him about it. Okay. So I pressed him about it, right? I'll fuck all the social media shit, nigga. What's happening?
Nigga, this real life.
Nigga, what's happening?
Right.
You know what I'm saying, nigga? I'm right here now, nigga. What it is? You know what I'm saying? And that's where the explanation came that, oh, bro, it's just social media. In real life, nigga, I fuck with you, but when I talk about you on social media, then people tune in. They like the controversy.
But that's kind of some hoe shit.
It is some hoe shit.
It is some hoe shit.
Straight
and
hoe
ain't no
shit.
way to
It is some
justify
hoe
that. That's just some weirdo shit. That's some bipolar shit, literally.
But that's the culture.
No, fuck that.
Yeah, it is.
And
that's
you know
what
what's
these
fucked
niggas
up
do.
about the culture is fucked up.
Yeah.
Because it's that.
Mm-hmm.
What's fucked up about our culture also, like we said at the beginning, there's no communication.
Right.
There's no, a lot of people under us, they lack socializing skills as well.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of these youngsters working at restaurants and fast food restaurants and grocery stores and shit like that. They won't even tell you, hey, good morning, sir. How you doing?
Right.
They'll just tell you, hey, the total 1748.
Yeah, for sure.
The fuck?
For sure.
You just spoke to the 5 people in front of me, and here I come. Bitch ass nigga, you can't say good morning to me.
Exactly.
Is it my skin, bitch ass nigga?
Right.
Or is it you just what happened, nigga? Your bitch broke up with you the night prior?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
Whole ass nigga. Like
yeah.
But the thing is, you can't take it personal because you never know what a person is going through.
No, that's right.
There's times,
right.
back in the day, I show up to a job and my demeanor is fuck everybody that day. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going through some personal shit.
Right.
But that's fucked up because the people around you, your peers, they don't deserve that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they could sense it, they could feel it, they could
Right.
see it, they could smell it, they could hear it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's tricky with the social media because you got to understand at the end of the day, you really can't stop it.
no.
Because guess what? The same nigga, if I had whooped him, he just would have used it as content.
That's it.
He would have turned around and still been like, shit, the nigga
same
hella,
shit.
the nigga hella bigger than me. What y'all think was gonna happen? But fuck that nigga.
Right.
Like,
And still be
it
talking
still be
shit.
talking. So
You
it's
can't
kind
win.
of, yeah, you can't
Yeah.
win. So it's kind of a
Right.
thing where, and I had to learn, because you got to think, man, I come from a generation where, you pay for your words with your ass. Pause. You feel me?
That part.
Like when you say some shit, you got to stand on that
Right.
shit, playing or not, right?
Right.
But we in a new era. So I had to reprogram myself to say, okay, bro, everybody got a voice. Sometimes niggas just be trolling to be funny.
Right.
So you can't be trying to chase down and throw rocks at every dog that's barking. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, cause that's when I understood in that moment when I'm like, damn, okay, this nigga scared.
Right.
He really ain't trying to do that. So then I felt like, well, damn, now I feel stupid because now I have created a situation where I might fuck around and do some of this nigga over social media.
Right.
And if it go bad and I gotta down him, now I gotta fight a case over social media.
On some
and I was
bullshit.
like, yeah, I was
some
like, this
weirdo
shit's
shit.
silly. I was like,
I'm
oh,
gonna
fuck
throw
all that.
something out.
Yeah.
It's not a question,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna throw something out,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to hear your partay on it.
Okay.
80s and 90s niggas,
Mm-hmm.
real gang banging hood ass niggas, homie.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the social media and internet today,
Mm-hmm.
what you think about that?
You know what?
How you
It's-
think shit would have been
It's
with niggas' mentality back then,
yeah.
but with the social media and the internet now, but back then? How would
That's-
that have jail to get?
That's hard. That's hard to say,
Ain't
bro.
that some shit?
That's hard to say because, back then, I never liked taking pictures. Like we never took pictures because
Right.
you wanted the ability to be able to deny knowing a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So you wanted to be able to say, I don't know this nigga.
Right.
If you know what I mean?
In case some shit jump
in case
off.
some shit jump off.
Right.
So we didn't even really take pictures back then. So, but I don't know. I don't know if it had been available to do, if it would have been the same. You see what I'm saying? Because back then, everything was hush hush, secret.
Right.
It wasn't really, outside unless you was in the game or in the underworld or in that shit.
Mhm.
You really don't know what's going on. But nowadays, everything is for the clout. Everybody is for trying to go viral. They
Right.
for the, for the click and all of that. Like
Mhm.
even when you had these tragic situations like Takeoff, instead of somebody going for help or administering, everybody knows how to use this fucking phone, but nobody knows CPR.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's sad,
So,
man.
we in the day where everybody just want to capture and say they was there and all of this old shit. Like,
Yeah.
even with the fighting shit. Like
Yeah.
I agree with Charleston White. Like the nigga said, if I get knocked out and I wake up and I see a motherfucker with a phone in my face, you the motherfucker I'm shooting.
Yeah,
You know
he
what
said
I mean?
that.
Straight
He
up.
said that.
Straight up.
The nigga said
and I
that.
said that even before when the whole World Star shit.
Right.
Let a nigga come up to me talking about World Star and got a phone. You are getting hit, not the
Knocking
nigga that
the
I'm
shit
about
out
to
that
know.
nigga.
You finna
Yeah,
get
hell
you
yeah.
finna get
Yeah,
knocked out. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? So
100%.
we just in a whole different just clout chasing and humanity is getting lost. Humanity is really getting lost with
In the
social
sauce.
media. And it's in so many ways. So not only with that, but even with, I get so tired of platforms and social media to where we getting away from being human because everybody wants to hold everybody to a standard that they can't hold themselves
Niggas
to.
becoming cyborgs
No,
and
yeah.
shit.
Like
Yeah.
everybody wants this level of perfection that nobody can deliver. Everybody's waiting on an aha moment. If you misspeak or you do something that people don't agree with or you have an unpopular opinion, then it's just cancel culture. Like it's draining.
Wow.
It's like, my nigga, like we are all like, even with Will Smith, like none of us are infallible, right? It's just that some motherfuckers got to make their mistakes in front of the world.
That was fucked up what he did with Chris Rock, though.
No,
man.
it was.
It
But,
was.
But
He
to
shouldn't
me,
have did that,
but
man.
no, he shouldn't have.
No, he
but
shouldn't
to
have.
me, it's not. It shouldn't be such a disreputable moment
Right.
to where nigga can't come back from it.
For
where
like 10
nigga,
years. Right,
Yeah,
that's weird.
It's
See,
like
that's fucked
I'm
up.
human. I
Right.
fucked up because it's like so the same motherfuckers is banning me and is fucking over me and everybody judging me. Let's look into your shit.
Right.
Let's
But
look
there's-
into what you've
but
done.
you know what? I'm not gonna speak on it too much, my nigga. But there's motherfuckers that done way,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
What if you know what I'm talking about,
for
my
sure.
nigga? And they still there
For
every
sure.
year. I'm gonna leave it like that.
That's real. That's
You know what I'm
real.
saying?
I mean, and so the thing about it is, none of us are infallible. Like I say, bro, like he who is not seeing, bro. Like we all fall short.
Yeah.
So, like for me, you ain't never gonna hear me taking a super hard stance against someone in whatever mistake or transgression that they've committed. Because, God damn it, I don't throw rocks, bro, because I know my house is made of thinly veiled glass. You know what I'm saying? If I sneeze in that bitch, it'll shatter. So I know that my shit, I'm not perfect. So so who am I to judge a motherfucker who I may not have made that mistake, but I've made some. You know what I mean? So that's what I hate about social media. Now, the other part of it is, you know, people don't, I get it. Like it's social media. So we can all debate and argue on the topic, but people get away from debating the topic and attack the person.
Facts.
So my thing is, nigga, stay on track.
Stay on track.
You know,
stay on topic,
so
nigga.
even with Kanye, Kyrie, whatever you feel about that, right? Okay, let's talk about the issue. You ain't got to be talking about
let's talk about how we can resolve this shit.
or resolve, a resolution, right? Let's talk about ideas. But goddamn, now it's a bunch of noise and distraction because you want to attack the person. You know what I mean? So that's where social media, I get lost a little bit because it's like, man, we creating such a unrealistic world of where we all need to shut the fuck up then. Everybody need to shut up then, because everybody that misspoke, done some shit. If somebody start looking in your shit, everybody got skeletons. Everybody got some unflattering shit they've done or said or been through.
100%.
Like, so shut the fuck up.
100%.
For somebody put your shit on Front Street.
You
know, because because this is the thing. Everybody need grace, but they don't understand how much they need it until they need it. You know what I'm saying? Until they need it. So it's like, my nigga, you got to give grace because you gonna need it.
That part.
You know, so that'd be my whole thing with social media, bro. And that's what I try to bring to my platform is a level of integrity, bro. Not perfection. Not perfection. Because we are not perfect. I'm the most flawed motherfucker. Which is why I'm able to say the things I'm saying. You know, that's why I love Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's one of my dream guests.
I would
because
love to get Tyson
this
here.
motherfucker
Me too,
is
nigga.
so flawed and he lives his truth. But at the same time, so wise. The wisdom. You know what I mean?
Because he's been through it.
Because he's been through it. And he don't have a problem saying, look, I'm fucked up, but I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying?
Still till
I'm
this
working
day.
on it. You know, and the truth be told, that's all of us.
Yeah.
I don't trust a motherfucker sitting there acting like they so poised and got it together.
No, you can't.
You know what I mean? So, you know.
You can't.
Yeah, so I just want to bring that real shit back, even in this social media world, bro, because it's too much faking and too much, you know what I'm saying, pointing the finger and I don't like all of that.
Right.
Yeah.
We just got to continue to try to motivate.
For sure.
Elevate.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Ourselves and other people. It's all about positivity, bro. It's all about uplifting.
For sure.
Uplifting their spirits.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And things like that, man. That's what it's about, man. That's what my podcast is about, man.
And even if it's challenge them in love. That's all I'm saying.
But sometimes challenges is good in life.
For sure.
Sometimes you need to be challenged,
For
man,
sure.
to get to that next level.
If I say some dumb shit, if you ever, me now, we building a relationship.
Right.
If you ever see something and you see me doing some shit,
I would call you, nigga.
Man, challenge me on that
I'll say,
shit.
hey, big court. Hey, BC.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you might have made a misstep right there, bro.
Right.
You
And
know what
vice
I'm
versa.
Yeah.
I want you to do the same, nigga.
So that's
Hit me up, nigga, and be
accountability.
like, hey,
but then that's in love, right? You showing grace and you coming in love. So there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Nothing.
But then where the whole ass shit come is if you don't come to me, right? but you go to social media and won't talk about me.
Talk shit about
man,
you.
this nigga Cord, y'all see this shit, you typing, you see the punk shit that he did.
When I could just call
nigga, you could just call
when I
me.
got your number.
You
Yeah,
could just
that's
call
whole
me.
shit. That's
You
that
know what I mean?
weirdo queerdo shit.
Yeah, or even if you don't have contact with someone, you could still. I always say it's modulation of intonation. It's all about how you say what you say too. You know what I mean? So even if you say it on social media and you say, hey, I don't have a direct contact, but hey, my brother, have you considered A, B, C, and D?
Right.
Wooty woo, consider such and such and such. But at the end of the day, my nigga, I respect you. I'm praying for you. And that's my piece.
That's it.
Right? You know what I mean? So it's how you deal with motherfuckers. Like, motherfuckers got to have some accountability, some integrity, and some decency, even in this shit. You know what I mean?
That part, facts.
Yeah.
That part. Let me ask you, Big Court. Not ask you, but let me tell you. where can the fans find you at?
They can find me, subscribe, like, and comment to the Holding Court podcast on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Which one on my camera? I don't want to fuck
Right
it up.
here.
This one right here. All right.
Yeah.
Holding Court podcast on YouTube. Also available on Tubi TV. And also the audio is available on all streaming platforms. So wherever you Spotify, Amazon, whatever, man, y'all check me out. Holding Court podcast.
That's right. Look, y'all already know.
Oh, hold on real quick.
Break it down.
Follow me on IG at I am Big Court. TikTok. What is my TikTok?
I got follow. I ain't got you on
Big
TikTok
Court,
yet.
hold on. Big Court Holding Court.
Big
Big Court Holding Court on TikTok. IG, I am Big Court, and Holding Court podcast. Follow me on Facebook at official Big Court. I think that's what it is. Big Court official. Some shit like that. But put it in there, it'll come up. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, y'all already know this has been another classic episode. Nigga, hold on. I could talk another 2-3 hours with
For sure.
you. Really,
For
keep
sure,
it
man.
G
Listen,
with you.
bro, we
I
could be in
really,
this bitch all night.
We're gonna do a part 2.
Okay, for sure.
You already said I'm coming on your
You
shit,
coming to
nigga.
my show.
That's
Y'all definitely
next.
gonna see him on my show.
That's
Yes.
in about a week and a half, 2 weeks,
Yes, sir.
nigga.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we got that locked in.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a part 2 with you when you
Yeah.
promote the book and all that other
For
shit.
sure.
We could do next month in January
Yeah.
or something, maybe early
Yeah,
February.
for sure. I want
But
to
as
come
far
back.
as me coming on your shit, nigga, that's in about a week.
Yeah,
nigga.
for sure. And I want
Yeah.
to come back when Rap TV is actually launched and we live with
Let's
it.
fucking
I want
do
to
it.
come back too.
We gonna
and we
fucking
can talk
do
about it. Yeah, for
that's
sure.
no problem. You welcome anytime, homie.
Likewise, brother.
You know
Likewise.
what I'm saying? Straight up on some
Likewise.
G shit, man.
Likewise.
This has been another classic episode of Drinks with Jinx, the podcast where we chill, conversate, and drink. We get lit and we talk shit. Make sure you follow, subscribe, share, like, comment. Just not on my podcast, but on Big Court's Holding Court podcast.
Yes, sir.
Also, I want to shout out Money Hungry Collective. This one I'm rocking tonight. You see the, you know what I'm saying? You see the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? You see the jogger pants. You know what I'm saying? Money Hungry Collective. Make sure you follow them on IG for the hottest, dopest, flyest street gear.
Hey, one more thing though, real quick.
Yes, sir.
So this is my t-shirt line too, to fuck around and find out. You know what I mean? So y'all check me out. Go to the podcast. Go to my IG. You can order it. Fuck around and find out.
There you go.
Got my shit right
Make
there, too.
sure you order, fuck around and find out t-shirts and gear. Make sure you go follow and buy some Money Hungry Collective gear, or me and Big Court gonna slap the shit out your ass. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they want that. They don't want
I
these
don't think
20s.
they want
Hey,
those
look at that,
smoke.
man. They don't want
Big
these
pop,
20s.
pop,
They don't want
nigga.
these 20s right there. They don't want them 20s
Well,
right
let me
there.
tell you something, brother.
20s right there.
Nah, we out though, man. Until next time, we out, man. God bless. Y'all stay
Hey,
up.
salute.
Absolutely.